What is going on, guys? You grinding yourself to the ground. Overtraining can wreak havoc on your physique, your sex drive, and your immune system. But don't worry, I've got your back. In this video, I'm going to go over the red flags of overtraining and how to avoid them like a pro. Overtraining is where you're pushing your body too hard without enough rest and recovery. It's like over-revving your car engine without changing the oil. Eventually, something is going to break. Overtraining can cause a wide range of physical and mental symptoms such as fatigue, injuries, depression, burnout. But the root cause is the balance between stress and rest. You need to stimulate your body enough to grow, so you challenge it enough to grow, but at the same time you need to dedicate enough time to repair and recover. What most people don't know is that training is a stressor. It's a stressor because it challenges your body to do something it's not used to. When you lift weights, do sprints, or any other form of exercise, you're essentially telling your muscles, bones, and cardiovascular system to adapt to a higher level of stress. This stress triggers a cascade of physiological responses such as increased blood flow, hormone secretion, and protein synthesis that ultimately leads to muscle growth and strength gain. However, this is not all good news. During a workout, your body will incur some fatigue and damage which needs to be recovered and repaired. If you keep pushing it to the limit, eventually you're going to encounter injuries and significantly increase your chance of burnout. That's why it's crucial to find the right balance between training and recovery to avoid that trap of overtraining. Remember, training is just one part of the equation. You also need to eat well, sleep well, manage stress, and have a positive mindset if you want to reach your fitness goals and stay healthy in the long run. Now, if you constantly push your body to the limit, you might feel invincible, but your body does know better. If you're experiencing moodiness, your joints are sore, your muscles are always sore, maybe your progress is stalled in the gym, you have headaches, you have loss of appetite, poor digestion, these are some of the signs that you're overtraining. But don't worry, there's a solution. The first step to avoid overtraining is actually training smarter and not harder. There's this idea that you have to train hard, and yes, your sessions will be hard, but that's relative to where you are. So don't fall in the trap of just increasing volume just way too much just because you saw it in the latest bodybuilding magazine or you saw the latest Instagrammer post a swipe workout. Just gradually increase it. Start at the lowest possible volume and frequency and build your way up, and you'll find out what works for you. Don't just use this as an excuse to skip leg day and watch Walking Dead instead. Remember, you still have to get the workouts in, you still have to be consistent, but find that sweet spot for you right now and build on that over time rather than just going all out. Another way you can avoid overtraining is to prioritize mobility and recovery. You can do stuff like foam roll, just some light mobility work, some light stretching, and also get a massage. All of those are going to improve circulation, improve recovery, and help you avoid injuries. After all, who doesn't like the feeling of a massage? Sleep is essential for muscle growth, hormone production, your immune function. It can also help with your mood, your memory, and your focus. Without good sleep, your gains will suffer, your risk of injury will significantly increase, and so will your chances of getting burnout. This is why it's important to prioritize sleep hygiene, such as establishing a consistent sleep schedule, creating a calming bedtime routine, and avoiding electronics and caffeine before bed. When you give your body the sleep it needs, you'll be amazed at how much better you feel and perform both in and outside of the gym. Of course, nutrition is your secret weapon to fast track your recovery. You've got to be getting enough protein, you've got to be getting enough carbs, healthy fat, and you've got to also stay hydrated at the same time. Protein recommendations, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it exactly how I make them in every other video. 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. If you've got a lot of fat to lose, you can do 1 gram of protein per pound of your goal body weight. Or there's another method that some people use, and some people say it's probably simpler to use, is 1 gram of protein per centimeter of your height. That can be good if you weigh a lot, because that will just, most of the time, it will cover like you in terms of your protein needs. I don't see a situation where that won't. Anywhere between like 170 to 200 grams of protein is more than enough for most people. When it comes to fats, you want to be consuming 0.25 to 0.5 grams per pound of your body weight. The exact way you split it up is completely up to you. Some people do prefer a higher fat approach, some people prefer a higher carb approach, but minimum 0.25 grams per pound of your body weight. That's to ensure optimal hormone production and just making sure you absorb all those fat soluble vitamins and you're not vitamin deficient. But I will say one thing, when you're prioritizing recovery and you're trying to avoid like burnout, you're trying to avoid overtraining, you want to make sure you're getting enough carbs, because carbs will drive down cortisol, your stress hormone, and help you recover more effectively between workouts. They're also anti-catabolic, which prevents your muscles from breaking down. So not only that, they're also your body's preferred fuel source to get the most out of your workouts. So I would suggest having the rest of your macronutrients, rest of your calories based around from carbs, to making sure you have a high enough carb approach. And what does that look like? If you do the maths from the first two bits, like the protein and the fats, you cover those, the rest will be carbs. Roughly 1.5 grams of carbs per pound of body weight, roughly, but you don't have to be exact. You don't have to be exact with any of these. These are just rough guidelines to just give you an idea of the way you should be eating. And when it comes to water, I gave you a formula in one of my previous videos, but if you do 0.5 ounces times your body weight in kilos, that should be enough. And then that will be how many ounces of, I wouldn't say water, of fluids you need a day to stay hydrated. And the last area I would focus on is reducing your overall stress. That can be done by going for daily walks, can be done by breath work, some meditation. I'm not going to give you advice on breath work and meditation in this video. I'm not going to do any demos, but I'll drop some links below on the best ones I recommend. Also something called yoga nidra, which is basically like a form, well, it is not basically, it's like a form of meditation, but like active meditation. Don't worry, you're not moving or doing anything crazy. You can do that between 10 and 20 minutes a day. And apparently it's meant to give you similar benefits to like a nap. So that can all bring down stress. Also, having regular sex is going to bring down stress too. There you have it, guys. Overtraining may be a beast, but with the right tools, the right mindset and support, you can slay that beast all day, every day, and avoid overtraining, avoid hitting that plateau, and avoid actually end up getting no results, and even worse, getting burnout. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, comment below with any questions you have at all. Do the usual, click that like button, that subscribe button. Until the next video, keep pushing your limits.